Do you have any information on the Mowling's Xiphos constellation? Okay, let's see if Gamma Xiphos is the right one. There should be a search function in this thing. Well, there's a song. Not a lot of ships though, so it's probably not the right one. Should I be bothered with the mining anymore? I guess so. I kind of spent all my resources already. I accidentally left before picking up all the degenerate matter, but I'll be okay without it. Talk on these smaller ships before I get involved. Trying to talk to each other, but since I just interacted with something, it's not letting me hail them. Alright, Mellings, what do you got?
Oh no! Death! Wait, you're not Death! You're just some guys! Whew! Anyways, good talk, guys, but we can't chat for long. We're on important Jeff business.
Important what business?
Jeff business. If you want to talk to someone, maybe try our homeworld Moop. It's in the Delta Shivios B system. Anyway, we really gotta go now. Praise Jeff!
Okay. Who?
Bye!
Close communications channel. Yeah, you just keep orbiting Gamma Ziphios 1 then. I'm sure that's what Jeff wanted you to do. Can't even hail him, it just breaks. There we go.
Oh, it's those aliens we heard about. The ones that don't mean us imminent death.
Yeah, that's us.
Cool. Anyways, good talk, guys, but we can't chat for long. We're on important Jeff business.
Wait, we wanted to ask you some questions.
Questions? Wow! We were not ready for that at all. If you want to talk to someone, maybe try our homeworld Moop. It's in the Delta Shivios B system. Anyway, we really gotta go now. Praise Jeff!
Praise Jeff.
Bye!
Well, I see what the Mookie meant by simple. Let's move. Let's hit that. Let's hit that first.
We're the Mowlings! Nice to meet you!
Could you cover your mouth? That's a nasty cough you got there.
Oh, it's... nothing. Jeff will take care of it.
Who's Jeff?
He's our god. He fixes problems for us.
Gods are great that way.
You know it. Jeff's particularly great. You should talk to him yourself. He's around here somewhere. Try shooting one of us. That usually brings them around in a hurry. Actually, don't. Don't do that.
We're seeking allies and assistance to fight the scribe.
Wow! A fight! Boom. That definitely sounds like something we're going to need Jeff's permission for. You should go talk to him about that.
As you can see, we're getting nowhere fast. Tell us about yourselves.
Wow! The only person who's ever asked about us is Jeff! And he sometimes seems kind of tired of hearing it. What do you want to know?
Tell us about your history.
Our history. Right. We definitely have that. It definitely didn't all get destroyed in a library fire. Which we definitely don't have happen every few years.
You burn your library down every few years.
Definitely not. Our catastrophic library fires occur on more of a monthly basis. But Jeff's been able to piece together a bit of our past. He says we were very nice beings and that we were very lucky to grow up on a world with nothing but plants. Which is funny, because so many of those plants have killed us over the years. We have a rhyme we tell our children. Watch out for the plants, the plants, the plants! They'll get you.
That doesn't rhyme.
Well, it's for children. Anyways, eventually we mastered some of the more docile plants. Then we began the long process of inventing technology and industrial accidents. It'd all make a very interesting story, I'm sure. I kind of wish we hadn't set fire to it all.
How did you get a living god?
A few decades ago, a comet was about to hit us. We sent some Malings in a rocket to stop it, but they just ran into it pretty hard. Boom.
Rockets are tough.
So, we started working on kind of a paddle thing to bounce it away. But before we could finish, Jeff appeared and stopped the comet for us. Then he started helping us with other things. One thing led to another, and that's how he became our god. You should talk to him yourself if you want to know more.
Do you know anything about other aliens?
Yes, but not much. There's Jeff, obviously. We love Jeff. And the scribe. We're just okay. Other than that, there are the ones with the thingies.
Tell us about the aliens with the thingies.
Yeah, they have those little thingies. The ones they play with? By themselves? With their hands?
Really? Can you describe... Pardon?
The little computer thingies?
Huh, never heard of them.
They're really cool and really mean to us. We like them. You should talk to them yourselves. You can find them in the Corpus cluster.
Tell us about the scribe.
The scribe? The angry ones with the 4 feet? They showed up when we had rockets and told us we were now part of their empire. Then we never saw them again. They seem nice.
They're horrible villains.
Oh, then maybe they aren't nice.
Have you heard about their wards rising up against them?
We don't know anything about that. Jeff suggested we stay away from the other aliens until we get a little better at rockets.
We wanted to ask about something else.
Goodness, so many questions.
You know what? With that cough of yours, I think that's enough questions for now.
Is there anything else, not Jeff?
Can we buy some supplies? Looks like all the prices are the same. Hopefully. Wait, did he tell me where Jeff was? Wait, is that Jeff up there?
Hello, I'm Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
I saw you visiting the Mowlings just now.
They said you were their god.
Yes, I suppose I am a god of sorts to them.
You seem pretty cool, but can you tell us why you're their god?
It is a long story, which I will now make short. I was passing through this system and observed a comet was about to crash into the Mowlings planet. They were trying to build a big space paddle to bounce it away. It was ill-conceived. So, I stepped in and saved them. They thanked me and built this big building in my honor. But then it collapsed and killed a bunch of them. I was horrified. So I started helping out here and there, and, as so often happens in these cases, I became their god.
I always wondered how one got into that line of work.
It's no line of work. It's an immense burden. Would you be willing to help me tend to the Mowlings?
What help could you possibly need?
I need to leave the Mowlings. It's not safe for me to spend so much time around them. I won't bore you with the details. You wouldn't understand them anyways. But I cannot play God any longer. You can.
Why us?
I know more about you than you think, humans. You carry a lot of information about you on that ship, for instance. Encrypted with technology several hundred millennia less advanced than my own. So I know your history and your character. You're fine. You'll be a pretty good god.
We definitely want to play God.
Oh, but you won't play at it. The main problem is that the Mowlings die too much. They explode too much. They self-immolate too much. There's a bunch of things. I'd like to stop that, or at least slow it down. You may have noticed that the Mowlings are currently all coughing, which is strange. They're not normally prone to disease, just accidents. The infection is getting worse too, although the only symptom for now is just the cough. If my analysis is correct, soon the Mowlings will begin exploding.
Of course they will.
There is a species in these parts, a sentient bioweapon. Recently, I've seen one of their ships in this area. When I asked the Mowlings, they confirmed they'd met the bioweapons and hugged them. That must be the source of this illness. Find the bioweapons. Speak with them. Don't die. Then demand they make a cure.
We'll try that.
Thanks. Now then, is there anything else I can do for you?
We had some questions about you.
I'm sure you do. What would you like to know?
Tell us about your race.
The easiest way for you to think of me is as a probe. Long ago, my makers sent me into the galaxy to prepare the way for them. For millennia, I gathered resources, terraformed planets, and made copies of myself. Then moved on to the next star. It was all for nothing. My makers died. Awful things took them. Space is horrible that way. It's an old story. With my design goal complete, I was left alone, purposeless. So I decided to wander. I explored. I visited the core and returned again. Sometimes I helped the young aliens I met. Sometimes I avoided them. Sometimes I would nap for a few turnings of the galaxy's arms. But always, I was alone. There are few of my kind left, and it's been a long time since I saw another.
Are you just all hovering light then?
What you see is a projection, a variant on the anatomy of the beings who made me, plus some features I added on for fun. In reality, my body is not much to look at, not with your eyes. My body, such as it is, exists in the first 7 dimensions. Then I skip a couple, then I'm back again in the next 4.
Why'd you skip those 2 dimensions?
They make me look fat.
And your name's Jeff.
Translation is an inexact science, involving multiple subjective decisions on issues of syntax and semantics. The closest translation of my name in your language is, yes, Jeff. Well, the short version of my name.
What's the long version of your name?
Jeftifer.
Did you know the precursors?
Is that what you call them? They'd find that very funny. Yes, I knew them. Very shaggy. I can't say anything more about them, I'm afraid.
Why not?
I made a promise.
We wanted to ask about something else.
What do you want to know?
Do you ever have problems with the scribe?
Not really, no. The Mowlings are apparently part of the Scribe Empire. They were very proud of all the paperwork when they showed it to me. But the Scribe have yet to visit this system since my arrival. I suspect the Mowlings are beneath their interest. To be honest, the Scribe are also a bit beneath mine. They are dangerous to you, human. Don't take them lightly. But there are far worse things out there.
Worse things like what?
They are hard to explain, but they are the reason my creators are no longer around. Nothing I tell you can prepare you for them. Nothing I tell you will make a difference. But if you must do something, it'd probably be good if you can figure out how to slip into the spaces between realities sooner rather than later.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to ally with us.
I'm afraid not. I was intending to move on pretty soon. My time with the Mowlings has exhausted my patience for the affairs of young, immature aliens. With all your mewling and dying and clumsy mating. Settle your affairs yourselves.
Alright, well, that's enough questions for now.
Now then, is there anything else I can do for you?
Alright, I guess we'll be going now.
So long.
Close communications channel. So we met God. That was cool. His name's Jeff. Gamma speaker. Why are you not? That doesn't seem right. Then what is this? I don't know what this is then, if that's their homeworld. That seems like a trap. Did I read that right? According to a Menkmak captain, the Menkmak homeworld is currently located in the Gamma Speaker system. Well, I wonder who this is then. Let's make a save and explore it. Could be a trap. Could be that he was trying to lead me astray. Is that one of the bioweapons? Yes, what do you want?
Hello. I remain Jeff.
Thanks.
So long.
It's an ugly new alien!
We're not that new.
Where they make? Where are you from? What's your problem?
We're humans. Wait, no, I don't want. No problem here.
Smart! Play your cards close to your chest. Well then, we're not actually the Make. We're the Nank Nek, or the Gank Yank, or the Taiwan.
Nice to meet you, Neck Neck.
Okay, fine. That was a lie. That's kind of a thing. Honestly, what's even the point of being honest?
Because it's hard keeping track of all those lies?
True, true. I mean, false. False. Anyways, how can we help you in your ugly spaceship today?
Why does everyone keep insulting our spaceship?
Because it looks like you lashed a bag of sewage to an engine. But seriously though, it's fine. You're alright.
Where's your homeworld?
That's a little hard to say. Up, left? It moves around quite a bit. We haven't been home in a while, so it's probably not there anymore.
Please tell us.
I guess I could look over here on this console right by my hand for the exact coordinates. But man, what a hassle. Fine. No, whatever, Mink-Mac, is in the Pi 3 Orionis system.
We're seeking allies and assistants to fight the Scribe.
In a spaceship like that, I'll bet you are. Well, we're technically, members of the Scribe Empire, and not generally keen on stopping them or foiling them or what have you.
Yeah, I figured.
So, good luck with that.
Thank you. Tell us about yourselves.
Oh, wow! This should be fun and informative! Or at least fun.
Tell us some of your history.
No problem. Just don't take our word for anything. My people come from old Mink-Mac. It was a great planet. We had so much fun there. Lots of games and stabbings. We turned the stabbings into a game, actually. See how many Mink-Mac you could stab in a day, then try and beat that. Eventually, we started to run low on Mink-Mac, so we stopped stabbing each other for a bit and invented civilization.
A stabbing-based civilization?
That's right. Not a great civilization, all things considered. Because not long after we invented writing, we invented forging. And so began the first stage of fraud. It's a little hard to say what happened next. Records from that era are for some reason a little unreliable. The only thing we know for sure is how it ended. The story goes that one particular Mink-Mac called Mike-Mac eventually owned everything on old Mink-Mac. He ushered in a new era of less fraud.
How did he own everything?
Fraud. He was the best at fraud. Anyways, he ruled as a benevolent dictator for several years until he was stabbed. Then there was anarchy. The age of fraud 2, the age of stab chaos, and then here we are.
That's enough questions.
Yeah, we'd get pretty tired of our nonsense too.
We'll just be going now.
Right, about that.
Seriously?
Technically, we're card-carrying members of the Scribe Empire. Even if they won't trust us with the actual cards. And there's an unknown alien, we're required to annihilate you.
We have a Mink-Mac on board.
So eat it, punks.
Like, literally, he's right here. Alright, whatever. Proximity mines. I should have brought the other one then. Oh, come on, that hurt. How? Oh, jeez. He fires so fast. I'm not really sure why I'm going to their homeworld, but alright.
those aliens who tied a Taiwan hyperdrive to their garbage ship. We're the Menkmek. Look at you!
Hello, Menkmak. We come in peace.
And we receive you in something that's probably pretty close to that. Anyways, make yourselves at home. Lower your shields, unlock your doors, all that. And sorry about the mess. We just moved into new whatever Menkmek. That's why it's still kind of a dump. It's got nothing on old Menkmek.
What happened to old Menkmak?
It got destroyed. It's this whole big thing. And we don't mean big thing as in it's a touchy subject that we don't want to talk about. We mean it's literally a big thing. Old Menkmak was destroyed by a massive moon-sized space monster.
Oh, how did that happen?
It's this whole big thing. And now it's something we don't want to talk about.
Okay, we won't cry.
Nope, now you got us started. Old Menkmak and every homeworld we've settled on since has been devoured by a massive space beast called the Ancient One. Technically, he only devours the atmosphere. But technically, we need that to breathe. Which is why we have to move our entire homeworld every so often.
Why does he do it?
He doesn't talk or have a big speech bubble above his head, so it's a little hard to pin down his motivations. He just shows up and starts wrecking everyone's day. But enough about the endless cavalcade of misery and torment which fill our days. What brings you to new whatever Menkmak, ugly aliens?
We're trying to defend ourselves from the Scribe.
Good luck with that. Can we have your stuff when you die, space idiots? We're not fighting the Scribe. We like being unexploded, thanks. But until you guys kill yourselves, you're welcome to come hang out whenever you want. Oh, and let us know if you want to buy anything. We've got suspiciously great deals on lots of incredible things.
Could you also ask your ships to stop attacking us?
Oh, that. Yeah, technically we're supposed to annihilate you because of, you know, the rules. But you seem cool. We'll talk to the fleet and let them know to hold off on following the rules around you.
Thank you. Could you tell us about yourselves?
Oh, we can tell you lots of things about ourselves. Unless you need them to be true. Then we'll tell you quite a bit less.
Let's talk about your problem with the Ancient One.
Our homeworld is regularly devoured by a massive space beast called the Ancient One. Technically, he only devours the atmosphere. But technically, we need that to breathe. Which is why we have to move our entire homeworld every so often.
How do you move your entire population?
You live out of suitcases a lot. Honestly, a lot of Menkmek die each time. It's really sad, so thanks for bringing that up.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We breed fast, which is its own kind of fun. What with the candles and the music and the belly crawling out of the surf to fertilize a clutch of eggs buried in the sand.
That's beautiful.
Not the way I do it.
Now that's just gross. How do you know the Ancient One is a he?
Fly underneath him and look up. If your parents didn't explain this to you already, human, I don't want to get into it.
And you don't know why he does it.
Because we taste delicious? Because he's a huge space asshole? Seriously, we don't know. There's usually a cloud of little parasite space fish that follow him around. They call themselves the Grigroks, and they are also assholes. They think they're intelligent, but come on, space fish? There will probably be a bunch of them around our old homeworld in the Gamma Speaker system, if you want to see for yourself.
And I kind of figured it'd be like that.
Yes, let's talk about something else other than our long-running planetary tragedy. Just kidding. You're alright, human.
Why do you lie so much?
Because, as you have no doubt noticed yourself, we have extremely trustworthy faces.
Have you ever tried being honest?
Oh, all the time. We're being mostly honest right now. Or are we? But yes, we are. Honestly, honesty just isn't that much fun. Or is it?
Being that dishonest must make diplomacy challenging.
Yeah, we're not super well liked. Aliens with worse faces have these morals which always seem to conflict with ours. We get along great with handsome species, though. Gullible ones, too. Like the squids, the muke. They always think the best of everyone. Also, the weird little freaks with the handsets.
What'd you do to the Muke?
Lots of things. For example, they're super interested in ice worlds, and for a small fee, we tell them where to find those. We have never once been right. We typically send them to desert worlds, volcano planets. Once it was just a moon we painted white.
That's awful.
Honestly, they kinda deserve it. They're just so condescending. It's good to take them down a peg or two.
What'd you do to the guys with the handsets?
We took their mobile assistants. Not all of them. They had a ton. But they were pretty important to them. There were lots of leaking eyes and stamping feet when we did that.
Where are these guys?
We don't know where their homeworld is. It probably sucks. We ran into a ton of them over by that constellation that's made out of a bunch of stars.
Yeah, that narrows things down.
Krypos, Corso, something like that.
We wanted to ask about something else.
Gosh, you are really into these questions, aren't you?
We wanted to ask about something else.
Oh, so you're done mocking our appearance and lifestyle and everything? That's cool.
What do you know about the Scribe?
The hate-filled, six-limbed monstrosities who regularly buy and sell us? We love them. What else could you possibly want to know?
How did you meet the Scribe?
A measured vessel crashed on our planet. We promised to help fix it for them. Then we fixed it for them. Then we took it.
Who are the measured?
They're the Scribe Empire's administrators, like the living embodiment of whatever the opposite of fraud is. They've got all the forms and papers that explain why people aren't allowed to have fun. They appear to get off on it.
When you took their ship, why didn't the Scribe obliterate you?
That's an even longer story, involving some fast talking, and not a little fraud. Also, they enslaved a bunch of us. That was a big part of it.
Are you fighting the Scribe?
Us? Yeah, sure. Let's get in a war with the hate-filled, six-limbed monstrosities. Why would we do that?
Because you don't like being genetically modified to suit their needs?
All right, the fabled Scribe genetic engineering program. We've heard of that. I mean, obviously no natural process could have resulted in the Drinket. When they dragged us into their empire, the Scribes said they were going to do the same to us. But, we don't think they've gotten around to it. We certainly haven't seen any of them loitering around while we, you know.
Seems like you'd probably notice that kind of thing.
Not necessarily. We get pretty into it. But you are basically right. We don't love the Scribes. For a while, they had this thing where they like to kinetically bombard our weddings. Pillars of steel raining down on top of the make bride and make groom. It was upsetting. But if you can get over that and the slavery and the pet nappings, it's not that hard living with the Scribe. Just tell them how great their empire is. They love that. We know what you're talking about, though. We've heard some other aliens are out there shooting the Scribe. But honestly, that's bad for business. The Scribe have no patience for our chuckles or hijinks anymore.
Do you know who's fighting the scribe?
We think it might be the Pinthi, or maybe the Famished.
What can you tell us about the famished?
Have you met them yet?
We have, yes.
Oh, so you know them. Yeah, they're murderous cannibals who will devour everything in their way. We, kinda try to avoid them. They're talkers, though, so you'd think we'd get along.
What do they like to talk about?
Supposedly, they spill all sorts of secrets to the people they're eating. We tried to slip them a meal who was wearing a wire once, but they found it.
You found a volunteer to wear a wire while they're being eaten?
A volunteer? Yeah, sure. A volunteer. A better idea might be to give them a meat puppet of some kind. Something with brain telemetry that you could control remotely. The Famished would never notice that. We asked the Muke to knock something like that together for us a few times. They're great at that kind of thing. But they said that it was appalling and that they hated us.
What can you tell us about the Pinthi?
Lots. Do you enjoy having your insides liquefy and pour out your face holes? Then you will love the Pinthi.
Okay, tell us more about the famished.
Oh, so you love it. Yeah, they understand what's going on.
The cannibalism a bit hard to get past.
Precisely. We hate getting eaten. It's one of our things.
That's amazing. We wanted to ask about something else.
Sure, what?
We wanted to ask about something else.
Yeah, cool. More questions. This isn't getting tiring at all.
Alright, fine. That's enough questions for now.
Is there anything else, garbage ship rider?
What was that about buying things?
In our dealings with other aliens, we often acquire, through totally legitimate and morally untroubling means, interesting bits of technology. We would like to sell you these bits of technology. You can take them to your garbage ship, just like you did with that alien hyperdrive.
I'm game for that.
So, you interested?
Very.
So at the moment, we have the following items available for purchase. A hyperdrive that belonged to an alien who definitely wanted to give it up. A Mank Negotiator class vessel, useful for ruining various people's days. An enhanced collector, for improving the grabbing range of your various terrestrial-based resource grabbers. Any of that interest you?
Not really. Nothing for now, thanks.
Your loss.
Can we buy some supplies? Yeah, I already have an enhanced collector. How much would that even cost me to buy another one? more than it currently costs me to make one. He'll buy all my foodstuffs, but I might want to keep it in case the Muke need it to build a meat puppet. Let me see if it picks up cargo. It does not. Trapper. Oh man, that's a big looking ship. Let's try talking to the little one first.
Hello.
We come in peace.
Good.
Who are you?
We are called the Trandals.
Nice to meet you.
Not yet, but soon. We have heard of you. You are curious beings. You seek information. Information about the galaxy. About the scribe. About yourselves. And you seek improvement. You are weak. You are afraid. We can improve you.
How would you improve us?
We will install upgrades in your ship. This will improve your ship's information gathering, awareness, and combat effectiveness parameters. Our mutual vocabularies will expand. Then, we will become your allies.
We're going to need some more specifics about these upgrades.
With upgrades, your ship will get faster enoms, better information analysis, burst processing. Husks will also see marginal improvements.
What was that about husks?
A translation error. As said, we have trouble communicating with your kind. Husks, in your terms, ancillary support systems.
We're going to have to think about this.
Rejecting this offer is a mistake. Consider it carefully. Weigh all variables. Then change your mind.
Well, for the same reason I didn't tell the Micmac squad, I don't really feel like having you change our ships. So, why don't you tell us about yourselves first?
Okay.
Let's talk about these system upgrades.
You are interested in improving your ship. You are interested in it no longer looking like a tube with a Taiwan hyperdrive strapped to it. You are perhaps a little sensitive about it. What more about upgrades do you want to know?
You're some sort of augmented being, aren't you?
That is not inaccurate, but it is an imprecise way of stating the situation. We are us.
Thanks. We had augmented humans once. Have you heard of the Lexites?
No,
How do these devices interface with you, like biologically?
devices can be electronic, mechanical, biological. Past a certain point, there is no reason to differentiate between them. But traces of biological embarrassment remain within us. In short, it is private.
Is it you talking to us or the system upgrades?
It is us.
That's a bit ambiguous.
Relax. Upgrades cannot form thoughts. Intent. Calculate. Yes. Monitor. Yes. Improve. Yes. But we are still Trandals.
I wonder if it's just the robots. That's probably what it is. The Trandals are probably those little tablet devices, and that alien's just holding them. We wanted to ask about something else.
Okay.
Why are you so keen on upgrading our ship?
Why are you not? We see the strange devices strapped to it already. You clearly want to improve it yourselves. What's more, you want to improve yourselves. We are of the same mind. We like to improve ourselves too. All know of your fight with the scribe, but only we can help. We have the locations of worlds your kind can inhabit, shadows you can hide in, strongholds you can fight from. Join us. Let us help.
Yeah, this sounds a little bit too good to be true, but I was already convinced that you weren't being real when you told me that you could make my ship not look like a garbage can. That would get rid of half the dialogue in the game.
Okay.
Let's talk about your history.
Words are an inefficient method of communication. We prefer efficient communication. You would understand if you had system upgrades.
Where do you come from?
A planet.
Thanks. Come on.
We cannot. There is danger to us and to yourself if its location is revealed.
What do you do?
Commerce. Research. We have a rich culture which we participate in.
That seems a little thin.
We don't like sharing details about ourselves.
What does that device you're holding do?
It performs calculations and conducts network activities, regulates our emotions, normal device activities.
We wanted to ask about something else.
Okay,
What do you think about the scribe?
the Scribe control a powerful empire. In their eyes, we are their wards. Often, they strip devices from our bodies. They say it is for our own good, but it kills us, which is clearly not for our good. The Scribe are inconsistent this way, and in many others.
So you're not fighting the scribe at all.
No. The Scribe control a powerful empire. In their eyes, we are their wards. Often, they strip devices from our bodies. They say it is for our own good, but it kills us, which is clearly not for our good. The Scribe are inconsistent this way, and in many others.
No, it's actually pretty consistent for them.
Okay.
That's enough questions for now.
You still want to talk?
We'll go now.
Wait. You have refused upgrades. Yet, you fear the Scribe. These two positions are incompatible. You do not know what the Scribe can do.
I don't know what you can do either.
Go to the moon east in the Epsilon Lavoran system. See what the Scribe did there.
I already went there. I don't remember what I found, but I already went there. I guess maybe now that I have permission, I guess I can find something new. Why is my autopilot not working? I don't know, whatever.
Hello again.
Are you the same Tran as we met before?
For your purposes, yes. If you speak with one Trandle, you speak with them all. You have come back for system upgrades. This is commendable. The upgrades are better than before. They will now improve the potency of your ship's primary weapon system.
Yeah, I doubt this.
Make all resources more valuable. Show weak points on enemy vessels. These are all valuable things to you, yes? You want these upgrades now?
Nah, still not interested.
Rejecting this offer is a mistake. Consider it carefully. Weigh all variables. Then change your mind.
We'll go now.
Please return to us anytime you want to make your ship better.
Well, that's not even a promising name. The ship's called a Trando Propagator.
Found something here, Captain. Radio signals across a broad spectrum. It's a Scribe beacon. Apparently, the people on this planet were destroyed because of something called the Act of Youthful Aggression. Found some remains here. Dry climate, so they're partly mummified. They're all clustered around a big computer screen. Were they praying? Is this some kind of religious thing? Nothing on the computer now, though. Totally wiped clean by whatever weapon did this. An EM pulse, I guess. I don't see any wounds on these people. I wonder how they died. I also wonder why the Trandals were so keen on us seeing this. It's awful, but not like uniquely awful. We knew the Scribe sucked. Well, whatever. I'm gonna drive the lander over this Scribe beacon a few times and see if any useful parts fall off.
Okay.
We're back at those ruins, Captain. Not much more we can do here.
How have you been?
Troubled. We've recently run into a small fleet of aliens called the Mowlings. If we understand what they were saying correctly, some other alien is posing as their god.
That's Jeff. He's okay.
You know of this, and you've done nothing? You're a member of the Federation. You should prove to us that you are committed to our principles. Help us free these Mowlings from their false god.
Well, now that I got some francium, let's head back to Earth. Maybe I should have waited till I had some casualties,
Welcome
but
back, Captain.
we've got a hyperdrive for you.
Great. Do you also have 100 units of francium? Because we're not going to get far without that.
We've got it all, Commander.
Excellent work, Captain. I can't say our colonists aren't a little apprehensive about setting out into this big bad galaxy. But your success has given them, and everyone, a degree of hope. Not only that, I think we can reverse engineer this, at least enough to make smaller hyperdrives. The next time you visit the shipyard, don't be surprised if some defense cruisers are ready to come join your fleet.
Thanks, Commander.
Anything else, Captain?
Let's visit the shipyard. And actually, yeah.
Anything else, Captain?
I had some questions.
About what?
What do you think we should do next?
These Menkmacs seem friendly enough. We should help them with their space beast problem. Go track down the space fish that loiter around this mysterious space beast. They might have something useful to tell us about it.
What do you think of these aliens?
Is there any alien in particular you're concerned about?
Someone else.
Which ones?
Someone else.
Which ones?
What do you think about the Menkmac?
They seem friendly, in a way I don't trust at all. Still, it'd be interesting to know how they've managed to survive within the Scribe Empire. You should try to get to know them better. Though I'd make sure to lock the ship if you park anywhere near them.
Someone else.
Which ones?
What do you think about the Mowlings?
They're adorable.
Really?
Man, I just want to squeeze them.
They'll probably explode. What do you think about the Trandals?
They're bizarre. To spend so much time looking at a screen just seems unnatural.
Imagine that. You think they're dangerous?
They very well might be.
Someone else.
Which ones?
Actually, I wanted to ask about something other than aliens.
Sure. What do you want to know?
That's enough questions.
Anything else, Captain?
I'll get going then.
Good luck, Captain.
I wanted to meet a measure. Looks like it's on the way.
Permission to initiate interspecies interaction level A8.
Permission granted. Why can't I just say that? Pardon?
Permission to repeat previous permission seekage.
Permission granted?
That is not the appropriate permission granted response. Fine. Self-permission granted to initiate interspecies interaction with sub-intelligent species, level A1.
Thanks. Are you okay?
Yes. What do you want?
Do you have a homeworld?
Nothing so crude as that. We have a head office. It is located in the Delta Domo system, but you will not be welcome there.
You can talk normally now?
Now that we've been granted permission for a sub-intelligent conversation, yes. I repeat, what do you want?
We'll just go.
You have not filed the correct forms to leave.
Alright, give us the forms.
You have not filed the correct forms to receive the forms. You are in violation of Preform Filing Process LL284T of the Act of Youthful Aggression. The penalty is annulment.
Alright, well, I'm glad I managed to at least encounter measured. Let's go meet these Gregoks. Get to know all the aliens now. Thank you very much for watching Tran when Star Control Origins. I'll see you next time.